Super Sunday finishes in favour of Spurs. Earlier on, of course, Aston Villa still in there fighting 2-0 against Crystal Palace, but a big talking point in that game with a Palace goal ruled out. And Wolves back on track in their European challenge. Another damaging day for Everton, 3-0 at Molineux. Still to come with us, of course, Leicester trying to get that Champions League place against Bournemouth, who are fighting for their lives at the bottom at the Vitality. And then, of course, another very important game in the Monday night football, Manchester United, who now have their Champions League destiny in their own hands at home to Southampton. So Spurs knew if they won the London derby, they go above Arsenal. They've done just that. That's how so significant it is. On to 52 points with 3 to play, 2 behind Sheffield United. A reminder, 7th place could well be enough for a Europa League position, and possibly, and we'll know a little bit more on Monday, of course, with Manchester City's appeal, even 8th. But Spurs have gone into 8th today, 2 points off Sheffield United and 2 clear of Arsenal. Villa, as I say, still in there fighting, but still 4 points away from Watford and West Ham with a worse goal difference. Bournemouth can go above Villa onto 31 if they beat Leicester shortly. Change of formation and a change of fortune then for the Tottenham boss, Jose Mourinho.
Jose, congratulations. Your first North London derby and victory. How did you achieve it?
I think the game was close. I think it was over that hit the post. We had also a fantastic shot from Ben on the post. A couple of chances. I think the game was more tactical than other thing. To be honest, I think Mikel found a way for them to play and to be stable and to improve. They are improving. And we felt that we should adapt slightly to them. And I think we did it very well, because how many times Tierney and Bellerin, they reach normally the last third, and how well they were controlled today. I think we were very dominant at that level. And even in the first period of the second half, where they had more of the ball and they were more in our half, we were quite comfortable in that situation. I think also the 2 midfielders, they did a great job. And then we found our chances, and great spirit, really hot. I think during the game nobody thought about it, even myself, I didn't. But Arsenal had 48 hours more than us to rest. So it was hard, but I think come from their hearts, this effort, this battle, and even the last minutes of the game after 2-1, 0 problems, everything under control. So we are happy. We are happy because we made the fans happy. We are happy because we are still in the fight to an Europa League position. I know that Chelsea, Liverpool, they didn't help us at all. But this is about us. We must do the points, and we lost some important points. But now, 9 to fight for.
Well, there might not be any supporters in there, but it's still a great feeling to score a derby winner. Let's hear from the man himself, Toby Alderweireld.
Toby, after the last game, you needed a bit of positivity. How much cheer does that bring? A win in the North London derby and also taking you above Arsenal.
Yeah, I think it's massive for us, you know. I think we really wanted to win this game. I know it's difficult without fans, you know. It will be totally different atmosphere if the fans were here, but I think we did everything that we could. We fought. Yeah, I think we did have a little bit of luck as well to get 3 points today.
In what way did you have a bit of luck?
I think with the goal, you know, just because against Bournemouth, you miss a little bit of luck to get the last pass and stuff like this. So I think today we had a little bit of luck that I had 2-1 in.
How different was it to a normal North London derby?
Yeah, massive difference. You know, I think when the fans will be behind us, you know, if we play this game, will be different. I think we got strength from the team. I think we want to prove some points because, yeah, I think in the press is a lot of negativity about the team. I think today we show that we have character and we really want to.
Did the defence in particular show character? Second half, Arsenal had a lot of possession, so you had to be faultless, and then you got them on the breakaway from the subsequent set piece.
Yeah, I think it's now 3 games in a row, you know, that we are defensively good. I think we're in Bournemouth as well. They put a lot of pressure on us. I think we stood our ground today as well. I think it was an unbelievable goal from them. And then we fought and we got 3 points today.
It's over 10 years since Tottenham weren't in any European competition. Has that goal almost saved their season, kept it alive? That bigger goal?
It certainly kept it alive, Steve. Yeah, I think if they'd have lost here to Arsenal today, that would have been it. I think it would have been put down as a disastrous season. But now that 3 points has put them above Arsenal, and they're in a little position there where they can really go for. They've got the 3 matches left, and they're winnable. Those matches they've got, they're winnable. I think they've got Newcastle and Palace. So I think they are winnable, but not easy games, of course. But that will give them a lot of confidence because they played typical Jose Mourinho, a 4-4-2, but they banked really deep and let the 2 up front do what they wanted to do and work a little bit. There was a bit of a gap there, but they were prepared to not press Arsenal on the halfway line. They were just going to drop in there a bit deeper. And that, consequently, you know, Oliver there was saying that the back 4 looked like it was a little bit tighter. Yeah. Well, I think it was protected more. There wasn't so many open spaces. Aurier wasn't as high up as he normally plays. And I think the shape will probably suit them. Sissoko, for me, needs to play out near the outsides. You know, I don't think he can play in the centre of midfield. He's not a player that sees a quick picture, and I don't think he gets it through. So out there, he can use his power and his pace. And for me, Moura on the left-hand side of playing 4 across was excellent. Yeah. He won the ball back so many times, but the 2 wonder passes, they were top-quality passes, Pirlo type of passes, you know, to Kane in the first half and then to get the corner for the goal.
I think that they knew, when you look at Arsenal's stats from midfield to forwards and creativity, they knew that if they could get those 2 banks of 4, like the Gavin said there, then it's going to be difficult for us to break them down. And we didn't do it. Yes, in the end, Aubameyang hit the crossbar with one of the moves we did get through them with. But other than that, it was, you'd have to say, they just shaded it in that department. We didn't do enough to hurt them, I don't think.
Indeed. But before we see the goal, Wrighty, what about the corner leading up to it from Arsenal?
Oh, yeah, I knew it was going to be something as small as an error. And I thought it was an error. I thought the communication between David Luiz and Mustafi was poor. I think when you look at the pass, you can't take away the fact that it was a fantastic pass, but I think that communication of David Luiz, if they come across, if he pushes him across, it kind of stops him from maybe playing that ball. And once he's in there, it's a great run from Harry Kane. Goalkeeper comes out and makes a good save, but then from here, it's a fantastic ball in, and you know, it's a good header from Alderweireld, which ends up winning the game for them. But like it's like I say, it's that kind of a little bit of concentration in a game like this. It's just enough of an error for them to nick the game. And I'm devastated.
I think the pace of the ball coming in from Son's corner was it. If it's 6 inches the other way, it's an Arsenal header, a defensive header, getting it away. But sometimes you just can't defend against it. I think Tierney was a little bit slow picking him up. He was actually man-man marking Alderweireld. I'm not sure that's a match-up for me. I would have put a centre-back with a centre-back. But it's the ball. It's about the ball, the flight of the ball, the quickness of the ball coming in. And Tierney gets blocked by Mustafi there. I think he can't get across to him, and Alderweireld just gets that faint little touch. He's not trying to head it hard. Look, it's just a little flick. You try and head that too much and put your neck round, you're not going to be able to guide that.
It's brilliant awareness from where he is. You know, he's somebody that does score goals from centre half quite frequently, and you can see the way he's headed that ball. He knew exactly what he needed to do. He didn't need to put too much power on it. Just guided it on.
Yeah, that's just reiterating what you were saying in terms of those Europa League places that Jose Mourinho is talking about then.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they can hunt it down now. You know, no win today, and I think even a draw would have been a really bad result for Tottenham. Arsenal probably would have been quite happy with that one. But no, they've got the 3 points, and they're now gazing, they're looking up, and they're saying we can catch them. And as I say, the three fixtures they've got, I think they're winnable, all 3 of them, to be honest, if they go for the throat. But I saw a slight difference in the way they defended. It was very much a Jose Mourinho set up. You 2 up front, just go and play. We'll get the service to you, but we're going to be solid here. And I think it works okay at home with no crowd. I'm not sure the Spurs crowd would allow that to be, you know,
Really?
it's all right when you're 1-0 up, but I think the question will come when Tottenham go 1 down in a game,
Yeah.
what Jose does then. Does he come away from that, where he's got to break a team down? And I think that's when we saw against Bournemouth this week already, that's when they were poor, when they have to break a team down and they're banked in themselves. But if you get that for early goal, you know, they didn't today. They showed a lot of character. They went behind after starting well, but it was two banks of 4, and Mora and Sissoko looked more comfortable in them outside positions than I've seen them for a long time.
Okay.